What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another How I Would Have Made It video. So today, we're going to be talking about how I would have made The Dark Knight 4, the sequel to The Dark Knight Rises. And this was requested by Eddie Brock Venom. Now, listen. I'm not no Nolan, okay? I'm no Nolan. Alright, I'm going to say that right now. So don't expect this to be super amazing or out of this world like Nolan, because I am no Nolan. All right, I'm just gonna give you my, personal opinion of how I think where they could go with it, how I would go with it, and what the next one would be about if there was one. So let's do this. Let's get into this. So this movie, I'd want to focus a lot on Robin, like the Nightwing character. I would want to focus on him more, have him be the main character. Because in the trilogy, we had, Bruce as the main, protagonist. I would change that. I'd do something different. I would make Bruce Wayne more of the mentor type, even though he's still Batman, because obviously I would have Batman in here. Because it's the Dark Knight movie, obviously, but we're going to focus mainly on Robin, the Nightwing character, because obviously he's the one who's getting all the training, so we would be looking at it from more of his perspective, and I would lead with that. So, at the end of The Dark Knight Rises, we obviously see that he finds the Batcave, and I'd start there, and that's exactly where I'd start, and that's when he sees Bruce Wayne, and they know who each other are now, and he wants to get some training to protect Gotham and help him. So, obviously we'd have parts of him training in this movie and them on patrol together. As far as, like, the Robin design or Nightwing design, Robin, I'd want to do like it was in the Arkham City game a little bit. Have him have, like, the hoodie, just something that's not too kitty is what I would mean. Like, give him a hoodie, give him like a maroon red with the R, the yellow, with the black cape and the, just maybe like, I might do green instead of yellow. I don't know. I think green would be a little bit more of an appropriate color since we're talking about Nolan here. So maybe I'd do like a green and like a black cape and like a maroon red, a darkish green, like that. That seems like a good color choice. So, they're on patrol, they're doing work and stuff like that. Obviously, Jim Gordon knows who Batman is now. Obviously, people are starting to know that Batman is back. So this would be like kind of like a return, like a Batman Returns almost, where he's returned and with, of course, Robin, and he's helping him out. And obviously at the end of this movie, I'd want Robin to become Nightwing, so that we get that little tease, of course. I don't know if I'd show the suit. I was thinking about that. Like, do I want this to focus on, like, Nightwing, or do I want this to focus on, like, Batman or Robin? I think I'd focus on, like, the Robin character, and his journey to training with Batman and him to become Nightwing. Now, again, obviously, like I said, I'm no Nolan, but, like, this is kind of what I would do with it, as far as, like, because we had, like, we have multiple Batman movies before, so it's like, okay, let's do something different. Let's do something where, where we take it from a different perspective. Let's, give, like, for example, DC fans and Nightwing fans, like, a movie they really love. Something where I think DC fans would love it, and I think it'd be different, and I think it'd be, done appropriately, obviously. So, let me know what you guys think. I mean, very short. Obviously, the plot is very simple. As far as villains, okay, how about this? So, in this movie, we'd not only focus on Robin, but we would also focus on Batman's detective skills. Since, he's old now, we'd want him to be a little bit more of a detective than a fighter. Robin can do all the fighting and do all the heavy lifting, where Batman, we can see him do all this awesome detective work, because we never really got that in a Batman movie before. We've seen crime investigations, stuff like that. The Bat computer, him just putting stuff together, blood samples and traces and stuff like that. I think this movie would also be cool to introduce more of the detective side of Batman. So we would get more of a detective side, but it would still, mostly remain about the Robin character. So, and maybe like for the main villain, I was thinking maybe something like Clayface or something, right? Something a little bit more CGI. I mean, I understand that people don't like CGI, but with Clayface, you obviously have to do something like CGI because he can morph and change his body and stuff. So like them investigating like Clayface and figuring out like his story, doing some detective work, stuff like that. Like I think this would be pretty cool. I just have Clayface. I don't think I'd have any secondary characters. If I did have any secondary characters or characters that would come back in the movie, I was thinking maybe like you could do something like, I think I remember that Eddie Brock Venom even said like what if Heath Ledger was still alive? What would you do if in a sequel to The Dark Knight Rises then? Or actually, he said like for The Dark Knight Rises, what if Heath Ledger was alive? Since we are talking about the perspective of how I would have made The Dark Knight 4, I'm not really looking at it from the perspective of if Heath Ledger was alive, but if he was and he still wanted to, if he was still playing his Joker, maybe I have him come back. He's in Arkham, maybe, and like him and Batman are talking about like if he did it because maybe there's like camera footage of Joker, but it was actually Clayface. We could do again more detective work. The detective leaning side, I think, would be pretty cool. Of course, modern audiences are going to be like, no, it's just Clayface. But of course, there's going to be an obvious like, yeah, that's Clayface. But again, I want to make it the idea of is it Joker or is it Clayface? Just kind of like again, a movie that makes you think. Like I like that. Like I think this movie would be one of those movies that makes you think. You get a lot of detective work. You get a Robin / Nightwing movie almost, except, of course, it's got Batman in it. He's doing more detective sides, whereas Robin is doing the heavy lifting as far as the fighting and the martial arts. Of course, we see Batman fight a little bit in this, but he's slower. He does hit like a tank. So that's how I would do the movie. That's what the plot would be. That's what I would do. Again, I am no Nolan. Bless his heart. But let me know what you guys think. You guys think that this would be awesome? Do you guys disagree with me? Do you love it? Do you hate my idea? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until then, guys, thank you for watching, and I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.